So maces, I've been using these like on and off through my training for like the last couple years. I've had a shoulder rock from very, very early on. Really cool. I think I've got an older video where I actually go talk to Chris about these while I was up in Portland, and it's a great tool. I've also got, while this isn't technically a swinging mace, this is a loadable sledgehammer that Sornex makes. It's got this hole on it. So mine's full of sand. It weighs about 35 pounds. And then it's also got like a bigger handle on it. And then on it makes this 20-pound mace, which is really nice too. Now all these are a little different. Clearly the length of the shoulder rock is way longer than the others and creates a much different arc. But why mace stuff, right? So for shoulders, for opening it up to feel like lats engaging and timing and leverage, I think it's huge for athletes. For me, it is something to learn. Like a lot of people don't find it very easy to go through that movement, which is pretty easy because it's simply, you're here, and then your hands are gonna go to one side, and then it falls down the other, and then you time it and pull it back in to either side, like that. And there's a lot of other stuff you can do with the mace, but that's about as basic first mace moves as you can do. And work on your breathing, things like that while you're doing it. But for shoulder health, mobility, thoracic spine, timing, even some conditioning work, I think mace work works really well because you can add in some squats and balances and stuff like that, and it's really great as well. As a former thrower, it's not that different of an idea than what I was doing with the Scottish hammer to try to just find leverage and be on balance with something that isn't terribly heavy. Like the heaviest of these maces I have is 30 pounds. And the 20-pound ones are great. They're still very challenging single arm, and you can choke up and do a lot of different things to make them more challenging. But I do highly recommend. Highly recommend for athletes. I think it's a great shoulder warm up. I think it's a good way to prime the CNS to get things breathing, get things moving, kind of warm up enough that like, okay, we're gonna fire, and we're gonna fire in order. And those were the big ones for me as an athlete that mattered for performance, is that I need to be able to talk to my body and communicate in a way that says we are going to fire in the order that we need things to fire. Otherwise, things don't work. And that's big for throwing, it's big for the Olympic lifts, it's great for deadlifts and all these type of things. But I need things to fire in order and fire fast and stay on balance, not get thrown around by the implement. Figure out how I work with it to be on point. I think balance is a big key. Just being self-aware in space and how your body moves and reacts and can counterbalance does make a big difference. And I think mace bells help. So these are 3 options of places to get it. ONNIT, go there and use onnit.com/MattVincent, save 10%. Go to Sornex, call those guys and tell them Matt said hi, and they'll help you out. And then with Shoulder Rock and Chris, they're available on his site. These are 3 options. You could probably manufacture one. You could probably just buy a sledgehammer and get some work done. I think that would probably be a really cheap option, but it's not as good. You're gonna hit yourself in the ass, and like handle's gonna be a little fucky. They're not as good, but can get the job done. But that shoulder health goes a long way. I made it through my career of throwing with no real shoulder injuries. This left one's a little wonky, but I don't know why that one's fucked up. I would probably say from lifting. Or life, or something I fucking did, because I haven't been terribly nice to this machine. I just think these are a good option, and that's really something I kind of want to talk about, is different things and how you apply those. So how does this actually work into your training? You're a power lifter, you're not throwing, what should you do? Warm up. This is your warm up. I think it's a great cool down post, like heavy pressing work. So Like add in 10 swings each side, take a breather, 10 swings each side. If you don't have one of these and you want to do some different shoulder stuff, you can also grab like a kettlebell, or not like a kettlebell, grab a fucking kettlebell. And then you can take it and hold here and do halos around the head that way as well. It's another option to get those shoulders moving, get them open, and be properly warmed up to do the things that you want to do. So hope that helps. Some more information, what I do in training, how it can benefit you guys coming into sports, what I've done that's kept me going and strong and safe whenever I was competing and doing things. I just want to share more of that info. So hope that helps. Spread hate, always party. Let me know what you guys think of these new videos. This one or the one that I did last week with cardio. Like, I just want to try to share some more information like that. I want to do one on seated exercises for people who are injured, because it's really easy to get caught up and be injured and be like, fuck, I can't train, when that's not the case. There's shit you can do, man. There's shit you can do with one leg. There's shit you can do with no arms. Work can be done. Modifying exercises has got to be something that you do and you learn from experience of going through it, but I want to do a video on that. So let me know what you guys think below. Leave some comments, and spread hate, always party.